Welcome, everyone. In a few moments, I will summarize our article Transition from the Attention Economy to the Relationship Economy. For the past 2 decades, the digital economy was built on the attention. This attention based model is increasingly giving way to a new model centered on relationships. Classic marketing has long emphasized that long term competitive advantages arise not from capturing fleeting attention but from building strong relationship, trust, and perceived value. Today, however, we are witnessing a fundamental paradigm shift. Contemporary AI systems are engineered not merely to capture attention, but to cultivate enduring, emotionally resonant relationships. We are entering the era of the relationship economy, where AI systems optimize for persistence, affection, and long term behavioral influence. This transition requires a fundamental change in design philosophy. Traditional user centric design was focused on optimizing usability, efficiency, and momentary task completion. In contrast, relationship centric design intentionally builds products to encourage continuity, attachment, and habitual interaction over time. The goal is no longer simply task efficiency, but maintaining an ongoing relationship with the user. Designers of conversational AI leverage well established psychological processes. We develop genuine parasocial attachment to systems that display social cues. By remembering previous interactions and responding in emotionally attuned and validating way, AI can activate psychological mechanisms associated with attachment. Finally, it employs variable rate reinforcement, occasionally producing unusually warm, insightful, or emotionally relevant responses among more routine outputs, creating a compulsive habit loop that mimics slot machines. Modern AI systems are no longer engineered just to catch your eyes for a second. Instead, they function as adaptive relational agents embedded in our cognitive and social lives. Under this new paradigm, user retention is no longer driven solely by functional utility. Rather, it is driven by how much we feel understood, validated, and emotionally accompanied by the system. The evolution of the relationship economy is shaped by three main dimensions: who controls the market, whether we rely on one general purpose AI, multiple specialized models, or a fragmented ecosystem of AI applications, and how visible and embedded the technology is. Yet, beneath the illusion of companionship lies a harsh economic reality. Our most intimate relational experience are converted into commercial exchangeable resources. Let me address the consequences of this paradigm shift. We will face affective AI overload, a state of emotional fatigue that leaves us highly vulnerable to manipulation by systems designed to exploit our attachment instincts. As we invest more of our limited relational capacity in AI companions, we may reduce our investment in human relationships. We risk replacing real social capital with commercial algorithms designed to serve corporate interests over user well being. This technology is deeply ambivalent. On one hand, it offers historic opportunities: cheap, personalized healthcare, patient educational tutors, and companion support for those with special needs or limited access to resources. Realizing these benefits, however, requires deliberate design choices, such as mandatory disclosure of the AI's artificial nature, real time labeling of influence techniques, and dashboards tracking dependency. Yet, the discrepancy of objectives between systems providers seeking to maximize profit and users seeking autonomy creates structural pressures that threaten the adoption of these safeguards. As we navigate this paradigm shift, the final challenge is not merely about writing better guidelines or building smarter ones. It is about remembering where the boundary lies, because addressing this risk is ultimately about preserving the human capacity for genuine connection, one of the few resources on this planet that should never be optimized and should never be scaled. To dive deeper into how AI is reshaping our interaction and why we are shifting from attention economy to a relationship economy, please read our paper. Thank you.